Abusia for your son so MOB Aquaba Ediba Royal Sports 101 so Royal Television so Emraso said the Jumedia Shishaya the Bremu Dande United Ebremune and San Kakra Ebemisanse Dande Yina who say any player back or referee and now say Nipa back to one just say a trinkomo na Ibisano no Yano Nani Ababomua and San Abamina say G.F.A the Ghana Football Association back at the 5th October. And I yet to about a to Kriku said Sisiano, no president of the Ghana Football Association. Omo so Sebia Biabe Koso Ediama Ghana Football na Ndra Omo Ediba said near Omoye no Omo who said media no Ebwa Emma Ghana Football Ekoso. Omo who said the president of the land Aya Ushia media for any Omo Edin Kita now I can't opeso or Echrom so more questions via no Monso Abisom Omo so football no Omonso ya engage media for no more share media for between abua na bia koso nti ndra okopim o Zimbank Ghana Import and Export Trade Fair eho na nyina ekopie ya adwumadi ne koso kama mo kan omo nsem a ompese omo ye niam a omo de atutu akwan ma beboa Ghana football ne ndra no na first phase any second phase na first phase no efa Premier Divisions no Premier League Division 1 Division 2 echo na omo edi dwumadi bia ba omo ba beboa ama sa Premier Divisions no akoso sanso na osha ye referees na omo boa Ghana football ekoso on se referee de se ugina finfin se udima ana party B omo no omo gina edima ye omo din se bebre edi aba obeka ye referees so omo come match venues na dudo na ya omo sika na omo de ko I'm so ma wodi 1 cedi bia na 10 cedi dukura ko ma no se chale dimamia ahwe no mo akwa gina sisi ya mpanifo de aba se omo ni STC ye collaboration na sa referees ni nyina no omo ba bebo omo na se be ya ukwa obenya comfortable obenya ka papa bi adam hotel ese okoda na rest na ojojo ho eno so mbe provide ni nyina na bibia so akọ se be akogina pitch no so a wonso benya adwen fine na wadi game no na eni chi aye nyina ye hwe o football mo no eno so etimi akoso sanso ena wo hwa ye phase 2 no eko edema ye national teams na nkasa ena na mu Black Stars ena na concentration e wo isanse omo ena enche omo bo qualifies African qualifies sanso ena World Cup a be koso okata no omo hwe ne mu se betimi qualify omo se omo di aba say ye Black Stars no mo hwe ne mu bibia bekoso e de amatem no coach sika akona omo appoint no omo hwe ni mo se coach ni betimi aye adwuma kama nti omo bompaye esanso sere se nyina yen for support no ema coach sika akona se bibia nso e bekoso e de amasa coach no omo se ye league na ye ba bebo no first second third fourth fifth sixth sa coaches nyinara omo de omo eko ye Europe no mo kwa akosua de omo kuhia the life of Pep Guardiola Arsene Wenger mo inform Jurgen Klopp mo any many coaches are omo ho na more experience no mo kwa akosua sa coaches ni nyinara no mo sua edesua bi ade afro mo nchen no mo sanso ade abokrom ha se be Ghana football no ye local coaches na pese promote omo no bibia so be koye ade ama omo nti we any insem bia no so timi ko ho ye ntie insem a Ghana Football Association made the press maiden edition and also etimi ko so.
We are very excited to welcome all of you to our very first Meet the Press, so to say, series. The G.F.A Meet the Press is one of the platforms that the Council has put together to bring our football administration to our people. It is a platform not only reserved for us on the Council to tell our story, but most importantly, for our colleagues in the media who sit on the other side of our fraternity to ask all the questions that may be bothering you, and perhaps to also contribute in your own small way towards the administration of football in this country. Our MC did say that we're not going to hold this important event only in Accra. It is the intention of the Council to rotate venues for the G.F.A Meet the Press series across the country. What that means is that the second G.F.A Meet the Press will be hosted by another region. I'll open this session by saying kudos to the Premier League Management Committee the media, the two combatants, Accra Folk, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, our match officials, the National Sports Authority, and everybody that was involved in the management or that was involved in the promotion and the management of our biggest game, the Super Clash, that happened at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday. My biggest thanks goes to you, our media colleagues. Indeed, from October 25, we have worked closely in ensuring that we ignite passion and create wealth for everybody. We have worked closely in ensuring that we bring love back to people who consume what we produce, which is association football. What we witnessed yesterday was perhaps one of the very best in most recent times. Indeed, we've had the opportunity to see a lot of Hearts of Oak Hearts of Oak games, but we've never seen the numbers as we saw yesterday. And I think that is a good point for all of us to clap for ourselves, especially you, the media. Thank you. So, from the happenings of yesterday, it is very clear that the media cannot do it alone, the Football Association cannot do it alone, the players cannot do it alone. It's important that we all, at all times, come together to deliver our unique promise of bringing the love back to the direct consumers of our sport, or to ensure that the game is improved across all fronts. In saying this, I would also want to say that I didn't really enjoy seeing loads of our countrymen waking up in the morning, going to the Accra Sports Stadium at 8 o'clock, joining the queues to look for tickets. I think that sight alone is very, very worrying to the council. And I want to say that we have received about 5 proposals on e-ticketing strategy. The council will consider the proposals, and we are very positive that soon we will roll out an e-ticketing strategy that will also ensure that advance tickets could be made available or could be sold, and that will ensure that all of us will not have to wake up in the morning, jump into our cars, go to our various stadia in the morning at 8 o'clock to join queues to buy tickets for our games. We were voted into office on the 25th of October. And since the 25th of October, the council has been having regular meetings to ensure that the basics are right. Unfortunately, there are some of us who believe that the council must not meet, or perhaps we are meeting too often. We are quick to forget that having adopted a new status, which completely took away the position of the emergency committee, at all times the entire ESCO has to meet. And if you have been involved in the management of the sport, you would agree with me that meeting is one of the key policies or strategies to ensure that we are all on the same pages, or on the same page. We are all involved in key decision making, and we are all involved in the management of our dear game. One of the foremost things that we did was to engage in what we call stakeholder engagements. This included meetings with the Premier League clubs, meetings with the Division 1 League clubs, meetings with the Women Premier League clubs. Indeed, from those stakeholder engagements, the FA was better placed to handle issues that are related to the various leagues. The stakeholder engagements also took me personally to the presidency, where I had the unique opportunity to meet with the father of the land and to solicit his support for our football industry. Indeed, we discussed a lot of issues that directly or indirectly affects the management of the sport in this country. One of the key issues that we discussed had to do with funding of all our national teams. And I'm glad to say that from that singular visit, a key decision has been taken to ensure that all coaches who work for our various national teams are paid. Let's clap for the government. Now, once you see the smile on my face, it means there's more to it. We're not only going to pay all our national team coaches, but everybody who is picked by the FA to work for all our national team or any of our national teams would also receive some allowance at the end of the month. In the very days of we being in office, we launched what has become a very, very famous hashtag, Bring Back the Love campaign. And we believe that this campaign will continue to be one of the key strategies in our attempt to reposition the product that we offer. We would respectfully ask all of you to support this campaign. Indeed, I am sure that in going forward, a lot more activations connected to our Bring Back the Love campaign will be brought to the fore. We also engaged the Referees Association of Ghana. Refereeing department or refereeing is one of the most important areas of the sport. We engaged the Referees Association of Ghana. The idea was to get to know them more and to agree on the way to do the business. One of the key fallouts from that particular engagement was our firm commitment to clear all outstanding debts the FA owed referees in this country. Indeed, the first tranche of that payment, or the promise that we made, had been honored. The FA paid 300,000 Ghana cedis to the Referees Association. Sequel to this, we are almost done with our transport strategy to ensure that the lives of our referees are a lot more comfortable than they used to be. Soon we shall be announcing a relationship with the State Transport Corporation, and they will be a key partner of the football industry. They will ensure that referees for the Premier League, the Women's Premier League, and the Division 1 League have access to easy transport. We are also working on hotel partners that will also ensure that our referees have dedicated hotels, so that whenever appointments are made, they jump on the buses, go to the hotels, have their food, and they'll be ready to officiate games. Still on officiating, we have ordered new communication gadgets to be used by referees in the Premier League. So soon, All referees in the Premier League will have access to the communication gadgets. This is part of our grand attempt to ensure that we improve on officiating. We will continue to engage the Referees Association of Ghana. We will continue to enhance their capacity, and we will continue to put in the necessary checks and balances to ensure that the performances of our referees improve over time. That is not to say that we will not have challenges. Challenges will come, but capacity building and improvement across all fronts would ensure that performances would improve. During the period under review, we've also undertaken international stakeholder and partner engagements. Let me just mention a few. We met with the president of CAF, Dr. Ahmad. We met with the president of FIFA, President Infantino. And from those two particular engagements, the football industry stands to gain a lot. Already we have received footballs from Puma free of charge. President Infantino has reaffirmed his undiluted support for football in this country, for which reason Ghana will continue to engage or to enjoy from the FIFA Forward program. We also organized seminars and workshops for referees, match commissioners, venue media officers, club media officers for the commencement of the league season. Indeed, one of the topmost officials who was here to help us improve on the capacity of our referees was Lim Kim Chon, who is a FIFA instructor. He's a FIFA CAF instructor for referees. Colleagues from the media, having noted with great concern about the lack of sponsorship for our various products, the council took one key decision in ensuring that our clubs start the season not on the dry. Regardless of the fact that we didn't have money or we didn't have enough money, we supported each of the 18 Premier League clubs with 50,000 Ghana cedis, 25,000 Ghana cedis to each of the Division 1 League clubs, and 10,000 Ghana cedis to the Women's Premier League clubs. We know that our clubs need more, for which reason we continue to engage the private sector, we continue to engage the public sector to find the needed funds or funding to support our various products. Beyond this support, we have also already announced that coaches from the 6 top teams at the end of the league season will be sponsored by the G.F.A to enhance their capacity in Europe. That is for the Premier League coaches. Same policy will be deployed for Division 1 and the Women's Premier League. Also, to support our clubs to start the season on a good note, we gave each Premier League team, 20 balls, 30 footballs, each First Division club 20 balls, and each Women's Premier League team 20 balls. Indeed, during the second half of the season, all our clubs would again receive some footballs. We have already announced the presence of the General Secretary. That was one of the key decisions we took. We went through a process of putting the adverts on our pages. A panel was put together, an HR consultant was hired. At the end, Mr. Prosper Harrison Addo was appointed as a new General Secretary of the Football Association. Appointment of subcommittees is one of the key responsibilities of the Council. As we speak, we are through with about 95% of all subcommittees. What that means is that we currently have in place about 95% of all our subcommittees. Indeed, some are heavily present here, including the chairman of the MTN FA Cup Committee. The Council also undertook a process to restructure the Secretariat. This is the Minister for Eastern Region Football, Mr. Linford Asamoah. You're welcome. Some few new departments have been set up. One is the National Teams Department, which is now headed by Alex Asante. Under him, he has a psychologist to work with. He has a nutritionist to work with. He has two national team coordinators to work with. And he has two video analysts to work with. Currently, also at the Secretariat, the Office of the President, the General Secretary, and the boardroom is being refurbished or renovated. Indeed, we have also moved one of our most important departments to Pram Pram, as promised. The Technical Directorate of the FA is now in Pram Pram, and we'll be working with Mr. Oti Akenten to ensure that it is fully functional and delivers on its mandate of developing the sport from the grassroots. In order to ensure orderliness and to protect staff and property, the Council has also introduced a new access control system at the headquarters in Accra. So I'm sure for those of you who've been there, you realize one or two changes. Please, let's support the system and let's allow the system to work. We will continue to review the process and to introduce new and innovative ways to ensure that we are all safe, we all work in an orderly atmosphere, just to ensure that the game is developed to the levels that we want. Through our regular stakeholder engagements, the 2019-2020 football season started as promised. For the Premier League, for the Women's Premier League, and the Division 1 League competitions. So far, I would want to say that it's been good. Now, in line with the start of the season, we also invited bids for media rights acquisition, TV and radio. At the end of the bid process, StarTimes emerged as the winners, thus becoming the broadcast partner of the Football Association for the Premier League and the FA Cup for the next 5 years. The FA is in the process of selecting partners for our radio commentary rights. Even though it will be available to all interested radio stations across the country, but this will be controlled. Two weeks ago, we did a pilot on live streaming for women's football. And I'm sure for those of you who had the opportunity to have a watch, you'll be happy at the quality of the footage that came out of that particular exercise. Soon, the FA would show online 3 games per week for all Division 1 games and 2 games per week for all Women Premier League games. Indeed, in line with the development of the women's game, we further engaged NASCO. That led to the expansion of the NASCO Man of the Match agreement to also take care of our women's game. So you would realize that at all Women Premier League games, we have the woman, is it the woman player of the match? The woman player of the match also being rewarded. The NASCO woman player of the match being rewarded. The FA has also launched what we call a clampdown on hooliganism, following the sad incident that happened at the Babaya Sports Stadium, and would respectfully ask all of you to support this campaign so we can take hooliganism out of our sports. Indeed, it was a lovely sight to see kids coming into the stadium yesterday with their moms and their dads to watch the biggest game of our football calendar, Hasselhoff versus Portugal. And parents would only take this decision if they believe and know that our stadia are safe.
Sanso ena osha phase 2 no eko edema ye national teams nankasa ena namu Black Stars ena na concentration ewo essence omo ena enche omo bo qualifies African qualifies sanso ena World Cup a ebeko so kata no omo hwe ne muse betimi qualify omo say omo di aba say ye Black Stars no mo hwe ne muse bibia abeko so e di amatem no coach Sika akona omo appointing no omo hwe ne muse coach ne betimi aye adwuma kama nti omo bo mpaye esanso sere say nyina yemfa support no ema coach Sika akona se bia bibia nso ebeko so e di amasa coach no.
Beyond the competitions department that we set up, the national teams department is one of the most important committees or departments for us as a football association. The competitions department obviously will take care of all competitions, all domestic competitions, and the national teams department will specifically concentrate on all national teams by way of development and being competitive. That's why we picked one of the most experienced hands within the establishment to head the department in the person of Mr. Alex Asante. So Alex heads the national teams department from henceforth. Don't forget, he's also a Deputy General Secretary of the Football Association. Alex, where are you? Oh, okay. To help him to succeed and to ensure that all our national teams are competitive, he has 2 national team coordinators to work with in the persons of Stephen Appiah and Michael Atto. He also has 1 dietitian, like I mentioned earlier, psychologist, and 2 video analysts to work with. Beyond this, the council has also made public the composition of the Tinker teams of all our national teams, from U15 to the senior teams, from U15 boys and girls to the senior teams, Black Stars and the Black Queens. Through our engagement with the President, the Sector Minister, Honorable Esiama, and other government agencies, all our national team coaches would be paid across board, from female U15, male U15 or boys U15, to the A teams, Black Stars and the Black Queens. Furthermore, all other members of our various Tenkar teams would also be paid or receive allowances. As we speak, we are in the process of sending our U17 boys and girls and U20 boys and girls to come to start their preparatory period to compete and to be competitive. Sequel to that, all management committees, especially U17 boys and girls, U20 boys and girls, have met, and we are clear as a council our strategic plan to help our various teams or those particular teams. The various head coaches are already at work. U17 boys, U17 girls. I think the U17 head coach is here. Can we see him? Ben Foucault, can we clap for him? He's already started work. And he knows clearly that the FA wants to be competitive, and we want to appear at every big international meet, be it the AFCON U17 and the U17 World Cup. The FA and the sector ministry will offer the best of support to our various Tenkar teams to ensure that they deliver. Indeed, we had one unique engagement platform with all our Tenkar teams some few days ago. And the intention of the council or the FA is very clear and quite understandable to all of them. We want to be competitive, we want exciting teams, we want teams that are truly Ghanaian and teams that will win trophies for our country. On the sidelines, we'll continue to offer them other supports, i.e. for their media engagements, etc., etc. One of the most important appointments that we did has to do with the Black Stars. Fortunately, the chairman of the Black Stars Mind Committee is here. Georgie, you talk. The Black Stars have assignments in the last weekend of March against Sudan. I think we're playing home first, and then we go to Sudan, and then we come, and then we go again away to South Africa. The Tenkar team of the team are very much aware of the demands from the Football Association, for which reason they have been engaging and have already started work. As we speak, the head trainer, Charles Akono, is outside the shores of Ghana working. Indeed, the head coach of our boys, the head coach of our boys U17 is already started work. The head coach of our girls U17 is away out of Ghana also working. We would in a minute listen to the head coach of the Black Stars, Charles Akono. And in saying this, let me say here that we have only one Black Stars. we have only one Black Stars. When the Black Stars gel, when the Black Stars play exciting football, it has a multiplier effect on all of us. It's so important for us to offer our undiluted support to not only our U15 boys and girls, but most importantly, our senior national team, the Black Stars. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here.
The game changer.
The Black Stars needs your support. The Black Stars needs our support. The team needs the support of every media person here in Ghana. Miriam, say ene mijamonim na ministry support for all our national teams, sir. It's coming directly from my heart and from the heart of these gentlemen here. Say Ghana be any politics. Say Ghana be football and be Ghana ede. Say Black Stars be the needed atmosphere to be competitive and to win games. It heavily relies on yeti. From our work as individuals, but most importantly from yetro and yakasa. The team no here the needed support. Your undiluted support to be able to navigate all of us to the promised land. On our part, we'll do our very best. That's why we have George, is one of the most experienced members of the council, leading the management of the Black Stars. For me, and for Yaya, it's not really about George. Whether it's Fred or Zico or it's Linford, and you're important. Let's all think about the team. Whoever is leading us is just been picked to represent our interests. Whoever is coaching our senior Black Stars, our senior national team, the Black Stars, it's not important. Whether it's you, Fred, or it's Zabulugu, or it's Achingolo, it's irrelevant. What is relevant, Minianum, it's your support. We've entered into a new phase. And what we need as a council is your support for all our national teams, most importantly, our Black Queens and our Black Stars. Fortunately, it's our Black Stars that will start the journey on the last weekend of March. As we speak, and as at the last time I slept, the head coach is Charles Akono, supported by David Duncan and the rest of the members of the Tinker team. Mr. Let's support them. Without your support, they cannot do it. We've had instances where our Tinker team handlers have taken decisions and the media have come against their decisions. For which reason, quickly they make a U-turn. And that kills our teams. Mr. Remo, let's support our teams. Let's support the coaches. That is not to say, Omi Bibia Enfata Mayenka. Let's continue to play the watchdog role that we have always played. If our Black Stars needs the support, this is the time.
Yewie ne saa no Ghana coach CK Akono Charles Kwamla Akono judo na ebisa se coach we so we competent se obetumi aye adwuma yi na wono kra license kra okita bi na ofri hin judo na nheda nim no na nampanyfo ne na hwehwe nkomo dada anless omuyi mfonyi bi edi kire media fo na yekoye no na ye hu coach no ba bi ofri ene ba bi wa ba bedru ene ne mpanyfo ehu ye ntia omo appointee coach no se wono emehwe Ghana football na se national team ye Black Stars of Ghana no ntendo a mfonyi no so mpanyimfo eyikyerɛ ema coach nso eka ne nsɛm ene dwumadie ni niema a wode asi nani so a obese wode be hye the Black Stars no ene adesuade a wono so asua ba bia wo hye ase free ani ba bia wo ba beduru se be ya Ghana football so be kono yenti nsɛm kakra coach CK akono so edituja.
Mr. Mo, if we are ready, let's listen to the head coach.
When it comes to the critical me as a former player, you have to look into that with different eyes. First, as a former player, and of course now as a coach. And the third eye is my ability to bring out what is in me, what I've acquired over the years as a player and now as a coach. G.F.A comes from a humble home. I grew up here, I was taught here. I'm a very principled person. I like to attach seriously to what I do. I went through the hands of great coaches, Coach G.F.A, some of you, Coach G.F.A, Coach G.F.A. I've worked close with all of them as a player. And of course, before I started coaching, I had to go to Coach G.F.A, who advised me. First of all, he said to me, Coach, you as a player, you cannot bring the idea or the fact that you play football before, which coach is a different ball when you game altogether. But then I thought, because I had played football to the highest level, it's the same situation, and I realized that it's not. And of course, when I started coaching, I realized it. And it has given me shit in the last season. I worked under a lot of pressure. I worked with a lot of local teams, traditional clubs, 11 ones, very, very strong side, hard to folk, Asante Protocol, and I can tell you what I've been through with those things. And it's all going well. I believe that once you are dedicated to the job, you're passionate about what you do, your focus. You see, when you talk of Ghana football, you cannot talk without making mention of hard to folk, Asante Protocol, 11 wise, of course, Ashwood as well. These are strong teams that come with a lot of pressure. It's demanding, and that has really shaped me, given that side of the story of the pressure. The black side is not going to go down; it's going to go high, and so I should be ready. Well, I can understand the expectation of people and what they want me to do, but the rest, decision making will rest with me. I will have to be clever, intelligent with my technical team, and decide. We will be deciding for Ghana, we're deciding for a better team, we're deciding for success, and that's what we all need to understand. I'm a good listener. I know a lot of people will talk. Within a short period of time, I've heard a lot of voices, talking to me, trying to advise me, I understand and respect that. I've made some few workouts with them. The captain called me, we spoke to him for an hour of discussion. I'll have a chance to go there and see and meet them myself. But I have done a bit of research in the last 2 years. Those who have been regular, those who once played, come at all, or they have not had a chance to come, and those who have issues. So it's important to look into all this and make assessment, and at the end of the day, take the final decision. And so I will have a chance to go to Europe and meet them, talk to them, and dig into their thinking, what they see themselves through the nation. I think we need to be big. In Europe, we have a lot of players who have had chance to play with the national teams. There are some people who have never had a chance to play. And so we have at least 50 players, names. Some are third division, some are premium, and it's important that we go to them, we talk to them, we see their interests. We need to change the face of the game in terms of energy and speed. And so we look forward to get those kind of players who are very young, dynamic. Then of course, normally there's a setup where you have 4 scouts watch our premier guys. Once we're interested in one person or a player, we follow him to 3, 4, at least 5 games and see his performance. But one of my assessments as a coach locally, I'm of the opinion that it's difficult for a player to play 3 matches on the high. Why? I don't know. I'm trying to find out why. And so we set up a lot of things to bring out the good players for the national team. You know the skill and talent that they have, you must have the feeling that, hey, they are good at what they do. And when they come to play the flag of our country, you must show commitment. You know, the fact that you're a star that don't mean that you look down on all other guys. You need to unite. Once we come together, it's got nothing to do with any individual, it's a teamwork. That will take us a long way. If we're able to do that, I think it will be a team. I've had a chance to be with the team as a player and now as a coach. And we've had that tendency of seeing big guys rolling over the small ones and all that. And that, with understanding, the very good understanding, has my football career has been a positive one, even though there will be negatives, but I see it as a positive. I started with locally from the youth level, in one Cosmos, I was in the Harveys, then moved to Bali United, Shantibo, then went to Europe, Cologne for a while, and I moved to Volvo. Volvo was my defining moment as a player. I captained the team there, and then moved finally to Italy, and then lastly Denmark, horses, and that's how I ended my career. In all that, I think it's been difficult, but I think for me, I've never given up. I'm not someone who gives up. I don't give up. And so well, it's interesting. You know, I'm so grateful that the good Lord has always been with me, and He's with me today. My role as a former player and a captain has helped me a lot, you know, in terms of even my coaching and club level. You know, I wouldn't be able to go through all the clubs I mentioned of. I mean, last year protocol, you know, there was season where, you know, you are at the top. What level you bring the level, you think the level of a player. You put yourself in that situation. Because I've been there before, I know how to handle it. But, you know, we have issues because we are maybe 300 people. I always say, when it's important, we are there. When it's not important, we find excuses. We find a lot of excuses most of the time. And I'm not the type of person who accepts that. And so it's been a challenge in the top of my temperament and all, but I'm very, very serious on the things I talk about. Serious. When I tell you it's 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. If you come there 10 past 8, there will be issues with it. You know what I mean? And so if it's important, if I tell you to come and take Hurricane 6 o'clock, you'll be there 6 o'clock. I'll come along with, and I will continue to be the man that I am. I will be myself. I will be myself. That I can assure you that I'll be myself. Even though it will come with a lot of challenges, I'll be myself. Well, the gentleman is my assistant. We've had a lot of meetings. Even yesterday, we had a very positive meeting. A lot of people are a lot of coaches, but one will be chosen, and I've chosen him. There have been a lot of positives. You know, I don't look at negatives, positives. Once they see I'm take me, I think we'll follow this. And like I said yesterday, it was a very positive meeting, which I believe we are all on the same track. The ground rules have been made, which all of us have to follow, and that's it. Well, in the technical team, I think we all have a role to play. I think everybody in the technical team has to play very, very well. It's a teamwork, and that once one party doesn't do well in that area, it will have an effect on us. So it's a danger. We understand the law, we understand what it meant to be part of this team, and we all have to play our own very well. Your president, Olympics are good. Yeah, I understand that. And I've experienced blessings. You know when you go to a place like visit Chelsea, they are closer to you. And so whatever they say, you understand, you can even look at the president continues to insult you. Understand? So it is a part of it, you know. Without that, I wouldn't be here. You know, it's made me tough. If you don't understand, this is my people, you know. They are passionate about it, and sometimes they go overboard. But I understand. It's all made us who we are today. I thank the G.F.A and this presidency for the confidence you put in me. Of course, youth and sports ministries, the G.F.A and board, who, without him, I wouldn't be here. He single-handedly gave me the opportunity from the beginning, and I'm so grateful to him. Finally, president of the land, the President of the Republic of Ghana, one of the sons is here, and I need your support. I know you're a football man, and you support me. I'm grateful. And one of your children, you know, one of the sons, who has been given this opportunity. I'm not a stranger. I need the support that everybody will need for us to achieve success. I want Ghana to move. I'm a Ghanaian, so support me.
Enti eno no wie ni sa na say yema media fo no omo so ebisa questions a omo ni anase niam a etwe omo adwen e de fa nsem ampanyfo de to dwan ti media fo no so ebebisa omo questions say wonim say question na oba bebisa na ebebua ama bibia akoso na enye ntokwa question bia na say bia attack bi e na wokwa akobisa ho question na mbom na ampanyfo e hwe nim say question bia obebisa no wona say ebebua ama Ghana football so akona nim chenro a media fo no bebrete bebisa omo questions a anu ye se ne fata say ampanyfo so de boa no omo so yi omo no adwumade no so ekoso kama kan yentie questions a anase nsem a media for any na ekohia mo hono omonso etimi bisae
we had the information that during the period of normalization our national teams, most of them were able to go for camping there. What is the FA doing about the poor state of Pampra?
Good afternoon. My name is Benjamin My first question is about football legacy. I know that the G.F.A has a library, but in your presentation, there was no mention of whether at any point in time the Ghana Football Association is considering setting up a museum. As we speak, if anybody asks anyone at the G.F.A where our 4 AFCON trophies are, I'm sure it's a challenge trying to produce all 4 of them.
Coaches, 1 year and also one national teams. We see we say 1 year appointment and we are second. Bring back the lab, in a and do a crash posting. A media for Yali, bring back the lab, but I never actually say, seek our moment of one year the tuma. If you player for the player, and I have coaches no catch it. It's a woman who can't get the tuma. The person is a player or have, we will have, or no mayor tuma. About the Sadia, a woman to manage yes, says he can the best of what to my tuma, but more be interfere with the tuma. So if you play a balance,
Person bisa last house management committee chairman, Mr. Rajama. Person bisa no in dia or any current head coach. like relationship between executive.
I think I would invite the chairman of the Black Stars, George. Come. I love your suit. Is that a victory suit?
No, I've worn it before. Even before I beat you yesterday. I think I have to answer 2 questions. My relationship with my good friend, the coach of the Black Stars. He's my very good friend. I was asked a question in the media. I think I spoke on 3 radio stations. And the question was, you sacked C.K. Akuno in Kotoko. Are you going to be able to work with him at the Black Star level? And my answer was, I took C.K. Akuno to Kotoko. I did not sack C.K. Akuno from Kotoko. The management of Kotoko, for which I am a member and a key member, took a decision to elevate him to the level of director. That was the decision. And his job description did not deviate from his expertise as a top coach. You have to look at the job description that was given to him. Nevertheless, that was a different plane. It was a different territory. This is a national territory with a different assignment. It does not affect our relationship in any way. I spoke with CK last night, and he briefed me on all the activities he's engaging in Europe. There is absolutely nothing wrong between me and CK. We are very, very good friends. And I hope I've made it very clear on several media platforms that I have no doubt whatsoever in the competence of CK Akuno.
Inti abusuafo we eni nsem kakra no so course e meet the press G.F.A omo new eya omo de aba omo ehwe ne mo se Ghana football be kwane nim esan se introductions no mo di duro na by invention dudo na na omo ehwe omo ehwe se Ghana football no mo aba no omo hwe ne mo se bibia be koso nti yemfa support no enta omo achi enya ade a ema criticisms no edoso se oba criticize obi a se hu ne se positive side ne mo se de bia no negative side negative a ya na eta ha adwen nti panifo esre se nyina yemboa ano a wode bekasa no hu no se atsam na wode ba bonte no ebia omo ayemfunso bia na waka ne kama se na ese ye no no mo nso ne ese omo ababia omo pese ese omo fa no no mo nso afa na Ghana football nso afa ntuma pa nso afra na ne omo pa kire se we no every 3 months bia omo beye we in Greater Accra nti journalist a omo Accra ha na dodo na anya akwanya kopie mo ho omo se every 3 months bia omo beye nti the next time no omo de beko various regions no na experience no obi anso atimi anya ne de nti we ene kakra no so ko so ye gine no so na ene Royal Sports 101 a ye de brem no ye de ni nyina asimedin e de sie kwaku Francis nyame adoma ye besan so ahia